What's going on, y'all? My name is Jay, and I drive a 03 Evo 8. So I first got into cars basically since I was a little kid. My uncles have been working on cars for years. Inspired me to, as I got older, build my own cars, mod my own cars. I used to watch them build motors, build transmissions on like an old Chevy. So my first experience driving a car, I learned how to drive stick shift. It was on a 4-speed 1974 International. I kind of was just out there messing around. I used to watch my uncles, how they would like push the clutch and the gas and how the car would take off, you know, and then one day I kind of just hopped in, did it myself, and I ended up learning how to drive stick that way. 1987 Nissan Sentra, 5-speed. The only mod I did to it was put an exhaust on it because it had a carburetor, so you couldn't put a cold air intake on it. You couldn't really do anything else other than that, so it was pretty slow. And then after that is when I got into the Honda game. That was Fast and the Furious era. That's basically like the era that like started my momentum getting into cars. I bought a 99 Integra GSR. I ended up swapping that and put a B18 C1 swap in there. Drove that for a couple years and then just kept buying Honda after Honda basically for a long time. So I had the Sentra, I had all the Hondas. Then I had a Mazda Speed 3 Turbo, and then I had a Nissan S13 with a black top in it. And then I sold the black top. I was like, all right, man, I'm done with rear wheel drive. I wasn't a big fan of it. I already had done all the front wheel drive stuff, so the next platform basically to move up from there was Evo all-wheel drive. First Evo that I got was a black one. It was an 05 GSR. I had that for about 3 years. I bought it stock. I put a Precision 62, 66 in it. I completely built the head. It had HKS 272 cams, springs and retainers, STM manifold, full STM downpipe. It had basically the same setup of wheels I had on this. I had TPG tune it. It made 505 on their dyno. And probably about a year later is when I left New York and I moved to California. Once I moved to Cali, I met a few different people at a couple of car meets out here. And then within like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months after moving here, a kid was interested in it and he offered me the right amount, so I sold it. So after I got rid of the Evo, I ended up getting a 2020 C63 AMG Benz. And I just wanted a luxury car at the time. I just had another kid, so, you know, it was kind of just like, needed something that was fast but clean and had luxury at the same time. So I drove that for about 2.5 years and then I was back on the Evo hunt, man. I had to get another one. So I started looking for Evos after I sold my Benz, probably like the day or two before, you know what I'm saying, or the day or two after I sold my Benz. I was like, all right, man, I'm done with rear wheel drive again. I want to get another car. It's got to be an Evo. And the thing with this one is like when I had the whole build in mind when I was looking for it, I just wanted to build basically like a fun street car. The 62, 66 in my last one, it was a fun, but it was like super laggy. So I just wanted fun, like something for daily that I could look and or that I could actually drive, you know, and that would be fun. Found it on Facebook Marketplace from a guy out in Bakersfield. He originally thought it had a problem with like the clutch or the transmission. But it actually didn't, so I went up, picked it up for a super good deal. I had AAA tow it back out here. I brought it to the shop where I work. I pulled everything apart, and I noticed that the transmission was actually in good condition, and it had a push-style clutch on it. So I ended up adjusting the clutch, the car ended up moving, and all the money that I was initially saving for my transmission, you know, because I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy the car, it's gonna need a tranny, it's gonna need a clutch, like, you know, why not, you know, just put that in. So I ended up taking that money and just fully building the motor, and I ended up putting a new clutch Exetti Twin in anyways. Build plan with this one was I just wanted to get it done as quick and as fast as possible. I had a good money, you know what I'm saying, amount of money set aside just to build it the way I wanted it. So basically I had my original like guesstimation would have been like a 2.5 to 3 month window to build the motor, do the head, get all the machine work done, and then put it together. It still needs stuff on the outside, but my main focus was like just getting the engine and the trans and the car running good and reliable. So it took me about 2.5 months. I had Valios in LA. They did the block work. They polished the crank. Bob's Machine Shop in Glendale fully built the head for me, and the rest of the car is all built and assembled by me. Going from a Benz to an Evo, I mean, obviously the Benzes are like top for luxury, but it's something about the all-wheel drive, man. It's just gonna always bring you back. Like, it doesn't matter what car you go to, front wheel drive, rear wheel. If you owned the Evo at one point, you're definitely gonna get another one, man. It's a proven fact. Owning the Evo just compared to like every other car is, I don't know, they're just like way more fun. The pull, the all-wheel drive system, like flying around corners, or if you use it for drag, you know, or the strip like that, it's gonna launch like right off the line. So super dope cars, man. Like I said, this one is not going nowhere. I sold my last one, but I'm keeping this one. Out of both the K Series and the 4G, I mean, K Series motors are beasts all day. Like, I built a couple of those too. But the 4G, that's where it's at, man. I love the 4G. The K20s though, man, they're like on comparable levels, but 4Gs are proven too, man. So, you know, gotta stick with what's good. So exterior mods on the Evo, I got Jegs SSR stars for the wheels. I got the STM Willwood small brake kit up front, extended ARP studs all the way around. Just a lip and some carbon side skirts. That's pretty much it. I didn't really go too crazy on the outside. Interior is basically all stock besides the 3-gauge pod that's in there, which is like the typical thing everybody puts in. Got a short throw shifter, steering wheel, and the pedals are out of the Evo 9. The steering wheel from this car is actually out of the Tokyo Drift Fast and the Furious Red Evo. The guy, Jimmy from JPR, imported a box of car parts from Japan, and the steering wheel actually was in there. So I kind of got a good deal on that 3 months ago. So, you know, if you know Evo steering wheels, you know they're all trash, man. They fall apart after a while from getting sun-baked and people picking at them. So engine mods, it's a fully built 2.0, 85 millimeter stock bore. It's Manley pistons, forged Eagle rods, micro polished crank, stock FP style turbo housing. It is the SS though. It has a ported FP manifold, Buescher Racing intake manifold, ID 2000 injectors, Buescher double pumper. If you're looking for an Evo, just do a compression test on them. Look around, make sure the wire harnesses aren't cracked. You know, that's a common thing, the injector harnesses, the map sensor harnesses. Listen to it, take it for a ride, make sure it doesn't, you know, boost cut, or make sure it doesn't have misfires. If it has a mass airflow sensor, check all that stuff out. Just be like thorough when you're looking for an Evo, that's the main thing. Don't find a blown up one, because some people mod them and some people don't mod them the right way. They mod them cheap and you get what you pay for. As far as where this Evo is going for the price range, man, them babies are shooting up there. They're gonna be definitely the next Supra Skyline within the next couple of years. My boy just sold one for $55,000, so that should definitely say, man. And I think they just became a collector's car too. I seen somewhere online, somebody was saying that they're now in the collector's car class, so they're gonna keep going up in value. So if you're looking for one, jump on it now. And to anybody who's interested in buying one, I flipped Hondas for years. Like, I would buy a Honda for 800 bucks, go to a junkyard, buy a motor, put a motor in it, sell it for 3-4 grand. I did this for probably like a year until I saved up like 18,000. That's when I went to Extreme and got my first Evo. So flip cars, man. Do what you gotta do, hustle to get one. Like, if you really want one that bad, you'll make it happen, man. So you guys can follow me at J Runs the City with 2 Y's. That's JRUNS the City, 2 Y's. All right, guys, thanks for watching. My name is Jay. This is my 2003 Evo 8. Peace.